From a massive crime caper in a concentration camp to a new film which depicts low-level, everyday crime in Nairobi's biggest slum. But what makes Kibera Kid so unique is not so much the backdrop, but the impact the film's had on the cast.
Just a few miles outside of Nairobi, Kenya, lies Kibera, the largest slum in Africa.
People collect their garbage and throw them here, because there are no city councils in Kibera to come and collect them.
Ignatius Juma isn't just any kid from Kibera. Ignatius Juma is the Kibera Kid.
In my pocket, in anything, me my penny, but when it comes to my...
Kibera Kid is an award-winning short film.
Every day in the mood, take.
Made by Nathan Collett, an American who's spent years in Kenya.
The thing that's amazing about Kibera is the environment. Yes, it's terrible. No one should have to live in this environment. Yet at the same time, the people have a very warm heart and have a warm spirit that you don't encounter in, say, America or Europe. You can't just go around and just start shooting in some place and someone say, hey, can I go to your house and start shooting something just unannounced? And people, you can talk to them, you can negotiate. It's not all about these rigid structures. There's something very nice and free-flowing about life here in Kibera.
What have you got to do today?
I know, I'm going tonight.
Sawa Shia.
Usiku ni fine.
In the film, the orphaned Ignatius is pressured into joining a criminal gang.
Don't come back until you bring me 3 phones.
Or he can try to survive on his own, scavenging sustenance from the rampant rubbish heaps. He fantasizes about going to school and pursuing his music.
24/7, every day in the mood, take.
But the reality is a hard trapped between the gangs, poverty, and the wrath of mob justice. Kibera Kid's been compared to City. This hugely successful feature film showed how crime and drugs turned a once decent Rio community into a deadly slum.
I'm inspired by City of God, and in many ways the fact that a film could be done in the slums, using people from the slums. Though I think in the end, the message is of tragedy and despair. And I think what I want to give out is I want to give a positive, realistic message. I don't want to hide the truth.
Like City of God, one of the stars of Kibera Kid is certainly the huge slum itself, which makes City of God look like a middle-class housing estate. Kibera previously featured in The Constant Gardener when Rachel Weisz paid a visit.
Oh, thank you, Santi Sana.
But this was an outsider's view.
And this is our home, and this is my mom, elder brother, and my 2 sisters.
The real Ignatius lives with his family and attends a highly regarded school in Kibera. They haven't much money, but they do have genuine hope for the future. And they have a cinema of sorts. Here in Kibera, they like their action films.
You know how to fight, and around us, hey, this one.
Kibera Kid hasn't yet made it to the small screen here.
Who are those guys?
Maybe that will change with the Kibera Kid feature film. Nathan, along with his stars, is now developing a full-length version of the story.
Vipi. That was a short film. We didn't have time to say everything in it. But then the feature-length movie will now say everything that we feel can be said about Kibera.
What we have in a place like Kibera is the possibility of becoming like City of God. This can become a terrible slum. The people of Kibera themselves have the choice to make this a better place or to let it become a worse place. So that message of hope, of new possibilities for Africa and for people living in slums around the world is the message I want to get across.
Jiambili, one kijangili, the other ya kikweli. If we stay to decide ni kitendawili na medali ngumu kuzikamilisha, kuzitia simulia mpaka zimeisha.